down at the court, so hopping into an athletic warm-up, you can use this before you hop into your sport of choice, before you go on a run, or simply as a warm-up, a nice little workout to get your day started. We're gonna start out with that bounce in place. We're gonna keep those feet on the ground, really feeling that foot spread, sensing the ground through your feet as it comes up through the body. Feeling more and more connected with each bounce, each breath. Eyes on the horizon, looking around, smile on your face. Getting into that zone of flow and play that you want to embody as you take it into your form of athletics today. And just going out and navigating as a human might be your athletics for the day. We're gonna get into the hips next. I encourage you to keep some knee bend, at least to start here, so we're not just going for an excessive amount of stretch sensation. I wanna hinge my hips back and then slide those hands up the front. So we're waking up the body, waking up the nervous system. Sometimes it's nice to be a little bit more audible with your breath. You know it's happening, you know it's there. And then other times it's good to go nice and quiet. So finding some sense of flow. I like that exhale on the way down, inhale on the way up. Let's go for 10 more of these. Next up, small step forward. We're going to stay heavy through the heel. Might come off the ground. I'll show you from the side in a sec. So I'm going to lunge forward, extending through the front line of the body as I get heavy down through the heel, keeping that door closed. So not opening up like this, keeping the door closed, and then coming back. So from the side, you can see you go heavy through the heel, but as you start to lunge out a little bit further, that you're going to notice that heel is going to start to peel off the ground. As you're starting to get a little bit more heat, we want to trust going into that lunge and then out of the lunge or back into standing. Cool. So next up, I've got a little line here. I'm gonna work on that side to side hop. We're gonna progress on this today, but just getting set up for that side to side hop, rooting down through the feet. You go hands on the hips. And we want to be quick, but we also want to be balanced, in control. And then do your best to just be intentional. So let's say I'm like, hey, I want to stay in this spot. Cool. I don't want to drift. But let's say you do want to intentionally move forward or intentionally move back. Cool. Just make sure that what you're doing with this is on purpose and allows you to continue to connect. This next one, a lunge out at a 45-degree angle, but we're gonna keep our hips and our feet square. So when I lunge here, instead of coming out like this, I'm going to keep the hips square And maybe even those feet are a little bit pigeon-toed. And as I sink into that lunge, getting this different angle of stretch through the hips. I come back and I like the hands on the hips for this one, because if I start to open like this, again, we want to be purposeful with that movement, but recognizing all these different angles are going to show up. So you might start a little bit higher up like this. As you start to feel a little bit more confident, sink into it. Sink into it. So 30 to 45 degrees, keeping that door closed, hips square. Okay, a little bit of shoulder action, upper body action. I want you to feel explosive with this movement. So when I reach or press, I'm gonna turn those thumbs down. I'm gonna protract those shoulder blades, not all the way there, but just a little bit. And then I'm gonna pull back, extension through the heart. So, picking up the tempo, strong in both directions. Like you're throwing your hands and then pulling them back. Get that turnover, thumbs down, flick. Awesome. So take a breath there. Now we're gonna go overhead. So check out the spiral, right? As I reach, thumbs are gonna kind of point forward. I'm doing that through the whole arm line, and I'm gonna pull down, palms face me. So, let's go, 3, 2, 1. Starting to get a little bit of firepower. I'm gonna be flicking my wrists here. I wanna feel strong and connected through my core, through my upper body in that process. So we just woke up those arm lines into the core. We're gonna take it into a hinge. Again, a little bit more of a squinge here. Chopping those hips back, rolling through the hands, coming back and standing tall. Focus on grounding through the hands, through the contact points, rooting through the hips. You can sink into the legs here as well. And then, if you're feeling a little strong today, let's go with a cross body, eyes remain forward, stand tall. Cross body, stand tall. Continuing to work on that skill that is amazing for the body and for the brain. Getting down to and up from the ground. Back to some hops here. I'm gonna be on my right foot. Find that balance point. A little bit heavier on the ball of the foot, but it's not like I'm in a calf raise, okay? Side to side over the line. Again, I wanna have a good sense of control and accuracy. And if I'm gonna move, it's intentional. Okay, awesome. Left foot now, sinking into that athletic stance. A little bit more pressure through the ball of the foot, allowing ourselves to create force into the ground. Back and forth. Moving forward, if that feels accessible to you. Oh man, left foot's all over the place. Breathe, re-engage. Who am I talking to? Whew. Time for a little upper body work. Stick those arms out, scoop. I'm gonna go thumb right underneath the collarbone, and then I'm going to scoop up through the elbows, continue to reach up through, and then pull down. So, nice circles here through the shoulders, but reaching up through those elbows. And one thing we wanna make sure that we're doing here is nice and solid through the rib cage. So if you notice a lot of right, compensating in these different spots to hit the circles, just go smaller. Breathe into it. Feel those shoulders and those in the rib cage starting to work together from a stability perspective and a mobility perspective. Cool. And then for a little rotation through the T-spine, we're gonna get into like a baby hinge here, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and swing, palm up, and then palm up in the back, okay? So internal and external in the front, and then I'm gonna switch. And I can look over that shoulder if that is feeling stable for you. If not, find something out in front of you and allow that to keep you stable, but allowing you to rotate through the midline of the body. Feel that rotation through the heart. So we want to be prepared for some funky angles. Hands on the hips. I'm going to step at that 45, but this time with that cross step, okay? So I'm going to load into this front leg. I'm going to be active through that back foot, reaching through the heel so I can feel that connection up into the hip, rotating into this front leg. Doing our best to feel this action through the hips, right? So if I can get a better sense of my pelvis, where that movement's occurring, that's gonna give me a lot more confidence to take a step like this. Or let's say I'm running and I trip over something and I boom, right? I end up in a position like this. I've been there before. I'm confident. My brain's confident, it doesn't have to seize up. So a couple more reps from the side. Again, lunging, coming off of the heel, but staying active and reaching through that heel. And then back. When it comes to that crawl, staying super low with the knees to the ground, it's gonna be a lot on the quads. I want you to find your wagon. From this position, I'm gonna pull my hips up just a little bit higher. Notice the knee bend. I'm not trying to go crazy bear like this. And then when I stride forward, I'm able to feel this load through the backside. Engaging with the ground through all four contact points, feeling that anchor through the hips, long through the spine. And as we talked about and practiced, check me out. If I can feel a little wave, a little spiral through my crawl, but feeling that through first that pelvis and those hips, and then through the spine, and then up through the shoulders, that's gonna be some good energy transfer to feeling into some more dynamic shapes. So notice how I'm pivoting this foot, driving through this foot into the next stride. Finding that nice groove in your crawl. We've raised the heart rate. We've activated the muscles. We've mobilized those joints and those fascial lines. And lastly, we've prepared ourselves for some activity. I'm gonna hop into some basketball right now. You do your thing. Thanks so much for moving with me. I'll see you in the next one. Stay smooth.